Shabbat Shalom, L'chaim, L'chaim. This week's Torah portion is Behar, here in Israel. It deals with the laws of Shemitah and Yovel, basically the years where we let the land rest. And there's many laws to do with buying and selling land, whether you're selling or buying a house that's in a walled city or is not in a walled city. And it even talks a bit about buying and selling slaves or non-Jews that live here in Israel. But it's actually a very interesting Torah portion, especially because we're currently in a Shemitah year. Unfortunately, a lot of the laws don't apply these days, but we do have certain laws that go, and you'll see the signs here in Israel of the different farms that have a big sign and they say, "We observe Shemitah." So it's very cool. What I was more interested in was this teaching that I came across by the Baal Shem Tov, who is elaborating on a pasuk in the Torah portion. It says, when you buy from a man of your nation, Amcha, or when you sell to a man of your nation. And it goes into details of like ribis, of taking interest. But the Baal Shem Tov focuses on this idea of mekach umemkar, of buying and selling. And he brings a Mishnah. And he says that there's a Mishnah about a person who sells their cow to buy a donkey. And the Gemara goes into detail what happens if you buy a cow and sell a donkey and all the possible variations that could come out. You know how the Gemara is. And the Baal Shem Tov takes a step back from this and says, a person can be involved all day in learning the halachas of selling a cow and buying a donkey. And this is very precious to Hashem. It's learning Torah. But how much more so is it precious to Hashem when they actually practice it? When they go and sell their cow and buy a donkey, and they remember all these halachas that they've been learning. He said, if this is the case, then it's precious to Hashem when you learn the laws of business, and you go out and actually practice the business, keeping in mind all these laws. And it really resonates with me because I feel, at least for myself, when I'm working at the bakery, and people come in and I'm exchanging money, this and that and whatever, and sometimes you have to round up from the scale and round down from the scale, and you have a lot of control. You're dealing with money here, but at the end of the day there are certain halachas that guide the way we run business. And when you know these halachas and you practice them, then it's even, as the Baal Shem Tov is saying, it's a step further than just learning it. You're practicing it. You're doing Hashem's will, not just learning about Hashem's will. And so this was a very special, it really spoke to me, this Svar Torah and this teaching that I heard from the Baal Shem Tov. And I hope it's something that we can all take with us as we go into the coming week. As I referenced the Svar Torah I gave last week, that each day you should take this lesson with you and use it to build yourself in the coming week. So Zrat Hashem, we should merit to not only learn the halachas of business or whatever it is that we're doing, but to even merit to practice it, and to not only learn Hashem's will, but to do Hashem's will. Shabbat Shalom.